Hi everybody, welcome back to Marie's Kitchen. I'm so glad you're here. Today we're making chicken taquitos in the air fryer. This is my family's favorite dinner, which of course I love, having one dinner that I know everyone's gonna look forward to. And here's the really great news. These also keep well in the freezer. So if you don't need this whole recipe for yourself, you can pack them up, put them in the freezer, and then pop them out when you need a quick lunch or dinner. I can't wait to share them with you. Let's get started. All right, the first thing you need is some shredded chicken, and you can either buy it already shredded, you can shred it from a rotisserie chicken, or you can make it homemade like I'm making it. And what I have here is 2 pounds of chicken breast, and I'm actually doubling this recipe because I'm making some for a family in our neighborhood whose daughter is having surgery, making them a warm dinner, and I think they're gonna love these tacos. So to make the chicken breast, I'm going to use my Instant Pot. You can also use your slow cooker. So this is our chicken. We're gonna just put that right into our Instant Pot. Next, I like to use some fresh salsa. You could use jarred as well. I just like the flavor of this fresh, and I usually use about half the container, which comes to about a cup. So I'll do a little extra this time since we've got more chicken in there. And then to that, for a little extra smoky flavor and just a little bit of heat, I add some diced chipotle peppers. So don't use a lot, it is pretty spicy. And so that's 1 teaspoon. And then I'll just kind of spread that chipotle around so it gets on all of the chicken. I'll give you a close-up of what that looks like real quick. So just like that. And you don't need to add any water, any broth, nothing like that. There we go. We'll pop the lid on. And we're gonna set that to pressure cook. And then I turn that to chicken, and I have that set to 9 minutes. So 9 minutes on high pressure, and then we'll push start. That takes a few minutes to heat up, so plan on about maybe 15 minutes for the chicken to cook. After that, we'll shred it and then move on to making our tacos. All right, while the chicken is cooking, we're gonna kind of work backwards. I'm gonna show you how to make our favorite dipping sauce. It's a cilantro lime sauce, and it's incredible. It works well as a salad dressing. It's great for dipping, drizzle it on tacos, drizzle it on fish. I make it all the time. So to start, we're using 1 cup of Greek yogurt, plain Greek yogurt. To that, we'll add 1/2 cup mayonnaise. I use Hellmann's, love the flavor. Then we'll add about a cup of fresh cilantro leaves, and some of the stems are okay. And then to that, we're gonna add 2 tablespoons fresh lime juice. This is fresh. It comes in our refrigerated section at the grocery store. We use so much lime juice that we buy it by the bottle. So we're gonna put in 2 tablespoons to start. And then I'm gonna start with a 1/4 teaspoon salt, and we can add more if needed. And for this, I'm using my Cuisinart little mini chopper here. I love this. It's so great for sauces like this, pestos. I used it recently for something else. Oh, chopping nuts. I do all my nuts in here. So let's just give this a little blend. Perfect. So tangy with that lime. If you wanted to, you could add a jalapeno in here for some heat, but it is just so good. We'll pour that out in a serving bowl here, and this is done. This is very easy also to have if you're making a batch for just, yourself. Now this keeps well in the refrigerator for about a week because it has fresh lime juice and fresh herbs in it. I wouldn't keep it much longer than that. Okay, the chicken's done. That was quick. I can give you a little peek. That's what it looks like inside. Just have our chicken there. There's a lot of liquid in there. It's our salsa, it's our chipotles, and it's also a little bit of the juice from the chicken. So that's a really rich sauce right there. So I'm gonna show you what you can do with it if you want. So I'm gonna move our chicken breast right over here to a bowl. Now to this liquid, first we're gonna take some of it, about half, and pour it over with our chicken, because we want our chicken to have some juice to kind of soak in after we shred it. Then with the remainder in there, I'm gonna take 1.5 cups of dried black beans. This is such an economical way to make beans, and beans freeze great. So if you wanna make this, make a big patch, freeze them, have them for later. I'm gonna add 1.5 cup black beans, and then we'll cover with water. like that. So you've got your water plus the sauce plus the beans. I don't add any salt at this point. We're seasoning them afterward. I'm gonna throw them in the Instant Pot for 35 minutes and then they're ready to serve after that. To shred the chicken, you'll want to take it out of the juice, and then you can do 2 forks, or a lot of times what I'll do is put it in my KitchenAid stand mixer with a paddle attachment. It shreds it in just a minute. So it's really handy. Okay, we've got our shredded chicken here. Looks great. Now this is great for if you want to make like taco bowls, taco salad, or you can make these tacos, but keep this chicken in mind for a lot of other ways to serve it. So for the tacos, you'll need some corn tortillas. That's what I use. If you can find this brand, Guerrero, it's más suave que nunca. And it holds up really well in the air fryer. So I'm gonna get about 8 of those out. And then what we'll do is this is just a clean dish towel and it's wet. So I just ran it under the water and then squeezed it out. So it's just a damp cloth. Okay, then we just wrap this up. And then we're gonna put this in the microwave for about 30 seconds to a minute, depending how powerful your microwave is. Mine's one of the small ones, not very powerful, so I do it for a minute. You just wanna heat them up, and then with the damp towel around it, they'll soften and be easier to roll up. So into the microwave. And then we have our little station set up here with a cutting board or something to roll your tacos on and a big bowl of cheese. Again, I'm doubling this recipe, so this is more than enough. If you're just doing a single batch, to make 24 tacos, you'll need about 8 ounces of cheese and then 1 pound of chicken breast. All right, these are out of the microwave, nice and warm. So we'll just take one of those, and then you take a little bit of cheese here on the bottom, and then take some chicken. I'm just gonna use my hands. Clean hands are really great for making tacos. So some chicken on top, and then you just tightly roll this like that. Roll it up. And then to make sure it stays secure in the air fryer, it doesn't blow open with all that air circulating around, you're gonna use a toothpick and go right through to the bottom like that. Set that aside, we'll do a few more. So we'll start with our cheese on the bottom, and then add some chicken on top. Give it a nice roll. And toothpick. Now we have all our tacos rolled up with our little toothpicks. Oh my gosh, I can't say that word. Toothpicks holding them shut. So we'll open the air fryer in our basket here. And what I like to do is you'll take your taco, set it in the air fryer, and then press the toothpick down into these little slots. So you press the toothpick down into the slot there, and then see how it doesn't really move around. So that's another thing that's gonna kind of hold it in place, is having that toothpick kind of touch the bottom underneath the basket of the air fryer. These are just some things that I've come up with after making these several times, or many times. These are some things that have helped keep the tacos in place so they don't burst open or they don't, roll around too much. So hopefully my little troubleshooting will help you too. So you just fit these in, as many will fit in your basket. Mine fit, I've got about 8 in here. So there's our tacos in place, not opening. Now we'll take some spray olive oil or avocado oil, and you just spray that on. Oh no, oh, there we go. Watch out. I thought maybe it was empty. Okay, so you spray it with a little olive oil just so you get that crispy texture on the tortilla. Then we pop that in our air fryer like that. And let me show you up close. So we've got the panel here. All we're gonna do is touch air fry. Then you can adjust the temperature here. We're gonna move that to 350 degrees. And we're gonna set the time to 12 minutes. And then we'll just push start. And that's it. Now what I like to do is, after these tacos have cooked for about 6 minutes or so, open the drawer and then take out the toothpicks. And I'll show you how to do that, but just want to give you a heads up. Listen for it. Gracie's amazing. Oh, I love it when she sings like that. That's our African gray parrot, Gracie. She just has all kinds of crazy sounds and then occasionally this beautiful whistling singing. It's just so fun to have in the background. I hope y'all enjoy it too. Okay, I have my next batch of tacos here, and these have been cooking for about 6 or 7 minutes. So I'm just gonna open the drawer. Oh, aren't those looking nice? Can you see those? They look great. They're all staying in place. They're all nice and rolled up. Trust me, if you don't do the toothpick way, they'll be opening and it's just kind of a mess. Now, what I do at this point, because they are cooked into their shapes, just pop the toothpick out. And you don't have to do this, but there's 2 benefits. One, you can reuse the toothpicks on your next batch of tacos. And the other benefit is if you let them cook for the remaining, 5 minutes or so without the toothpick, the hole on top is not as obvious. So if you're serving them to people, that hole with a toothpick hole is not, it kind of closes up a little bit. So it's just a personal preference thing. You don't have to take them out, but that's what I do. So we'll put this back in and let them finish cooking. Okay, the tacos are done. So we can take those out. They look great. Just use some tongs to get those out. Have a nice plate here to serve them on with our cilantro lime sauce. So nice and crispy. Now on your next batch, you may want to cook them for 10 minutes because the air fryer is going to be pretty hot. So you may need to just bump it down a couple minutes. Just check them around 10 minutes and see how they look. Now you can also add some, lettuce, radishes, some guacamole, but you can see why my family just adores this dinner. I can't wait to taste one. Look how nice they held together. Oh, they look so good. It smells good. I think it's gonna be hot. Oh my gosh. This tastes like it came from a restaurant. It is that good. And you know the great thing? We know what went in it. We didn't fry it in a big vat of oil. We cooked it in the air fryer with just a little bit of olive oil. We used organic chicken breast, a little bit of cheese, made my own sauce. I love knowing what I'm serving my family, and I feel really good about this one. So I hope you get to try this. For the recipe, check the description box below or my website, mariesaba.com. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. That means so much to my channel, and also it's really helpful for me to know what kind of content y'all want to see more of. So hit the like button, also hit the subscribe button and the bell button for notifications. We have lots more videos coming up and I don't want you to miss any of them. If you can find the hype button on the like bar, hit the hype button. That also can be really helpful to my channel. I can't wait to hear how you like these. Let me know in the comments if you think you might try them, and then circle back if you did try them. Let me know how they turned out. I really hope you love these as much as we do. My goal is to give you some really easy recipes that turn out great every time so you can build some confidence in the kitchen and feel really inspired to share good food with people that you love. From my kitchen to yours, thank you. See you next time.